Hi students, welcome back to our class. This is Swarpa ma'am. Today we will discuss about, already we have started animal tissues ma. See here, these tissues are tissues. Okay, we will start the topic tissues. Tissues are of 4 types. Okay, first one is epithelial tissues, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and fourth one is nervous tissue. Okay, so there are 4 types of tissues. First one is epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue, you know very well, it gives the outermost layer covering areas of our external body structure and internal cells and organs, internal organs and tissues. Internal organs is covered with the tissue called as the epithelial tissue. Okay, so we have connective tissue ma. Connective tissue, it is in the 2 forms. One is in the form of bone, very hard. Okay, another one is also there in the form of fluid. Blood is a connective tissue, bone is a connective tissue which gives support for our body. Okay, and movement of particles like vitamin C. Blood carries many things. Okay, now like vitamins and number of cells, RBC cells, WBC cells, everything is present in the blood. So those all comes under the connective tissue. Third one is a muscular tissue. It gives mechanical support. It gives mechanical support to our body. See here, to withstand, our bones should withstand. With the help of muscles only we can withstand. Okay, so compulsory muscular tissue should be there for the support, for withstanding, for support and for movement of our body. We need the muscular tissue. For all these tissues, a coordination system should be there. It should be coordinated eventually. Means, see here, muscular tissue, muscles has to come like this and we are bringing like this. Okay, now, so the bone has to move, the muscle has to move. Okay, the tissues, epithelial tissues, everything should get alert. So who is allowing these all, who is giving information from brain? Okay, you do like this, you catch the book like this, you talk. For talking also, who is responsible? Mainly the nervous system. Our nervous system is very much important for the coordination. That's why we will call it as coordinating system, coordination of our body. Okay, so coordination of body, mainly nervous system contains 2 types of nerves ma. The nerve cell is the longest cell in our body. Which is the longest cell? Nerve cell. Okay, nerve cell is the longest cell in our body. Largest gland, liver is the largest gland. So longest cell nerves are present. So in this also 2 types of nerve cells are present: spinal nerves, cranial nerves. So these all spinal nerves, cranial nerves, this helps us. Spinal nerves, cranial nerves ma. Cranial nerves, these helps us all the movement of these tissues. Okay na? So these are important. These are nervous system is important. Not only nervous system, whatever the all the tissues, nervous tissue. Okay, nervous tissue is nothing but nerve cells. Number of nerve cells will give rise to tissue. This comes under nervous system. Okay, nervous system, digestive system, endocrine system. Okay, excretory system. Kidneys are present in the excretory system. Excretory system. Okay, so all these systems are made up of tissues only. All these are made up of cells, nothing but tissues. They are coordinated with each other. They are coordinated with each other. First we will go into the epithelial tissues. Okay na? So epithelial tissues, first epithelial tissue we have squamous epithelial tissue ma. Epithelia, epi means outer. Okay, epi means outer and thelium means tissue. Okay, so mainly it is covering outermost skin layer, as well as it is also covering the, now let's think as intestine. So intestinal outer layer is also covered. Inside it is like this, intestines it is like this. So what are these finger like projections in intestine? These are called as microvilli. These are called as microvilli, but outermost layer is made up of epithelial tissue only. So epi means outermost layer is made up of a tissue called as epithelial tissue. It is called as epithelial tissue. See here, epithelium is mostly present in the skin is also made up of epithelial tissue. I am telling about complete epithelial tissue. In this, many types of epithelial tissues are there. I will tell what are those. Okay, so four types of epithelial tissues are there. Okay, see here, lining of mouth, inside lining of mouth, outside also epithelial tissue, inside also epithelial tissue only. Lining of blood vessels, see here, I said lining of intestine, lining of stomach, example. Lining of blood vessels, see here, blood vessels, you know very well, arteries, veins. So these are blood vessels, so the lining of this one, so blood will be moving from the center. So whatever this, okay, blood vessel, it is also made up of the outermost one. It is also made up of outermost layer, not inner layer. My inner layer is made up of another cells. Outermost layer of the blood vessels, lining, we will call it as the lining. So that is also made up of epithelial tissue. Okay. Next one is lungs, alveoli and kidney tubules. They gave, see here, lungs you know very well. Okay, na? So lungs, these are the lungs. Okay, two lungs is made up of number of air sacs called as alveoli. Okay, so this alveoli, if we draw, it will be like this. Okay, na? So this alveoli lining is also made up of epithelial tissue. This alveoli is surrounded with the blood vessel like this. Each and every alveoli is surrounded with the blood vessel. Blood flows in this one. Okay, na? So the lining of blood vessel is also made up of epithelial tissue. The lining of outer lining of alveoli is also made up of epithelial tissue. Okay, na? Next, see here. Now we will go into types of epithelial tissues. Types of epithelial tissues, see here. First one is squamous epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelium or epithelial tissue you can call. So squamous epithelial tissue, this is very much flat. These are flat, okay, like this. Flat cells. These are flat cells with nuclei compulsory outermost covering layers of which part they are covered. Which part? Mostly they have done one activity for you, they have taken the scraps of our mouth, internal mouth region, buccal cavity. This region, inside region is called as a buccal cavity. So what they have done, they have taken the scrap and placed that cells. Already it is present in 8th class. We have to take the cells, okay, place one drop of water on this slide and place that cheek cells on this one. Okay, now on the slide, on the drop and spread it and or place a cover slip and watch under the microscope, you can see the cells. Okay, now flat cells. So these flat cells are called as squamous epithelial cells. See here, mainly it is mainly present in the organs, esophagus, lining of alveoli and lining of blood vessels. Lining of blood vessels. See here, mainly in the transportation of substances selectively occurs through permeable membrane. See here, one thing I will tell you. What is meant by esophagus? You tell. This is a thin flat cells. Those are called as squamous epithelial cells. Can you tell what is esophagus? See here. This is mouth. Okay, from mouth, whatever the gut. Okay, so this is mouth, whatever the gut opening, and gut leads into the stomach. So from here to here we will call it as a esophagus, where the bolus is moving. What we eat, that is called as bolus. It turns into bolus, muddalaga avutundi. So that is called as a bolus. It moves into the esophagus. It moves into the esophagus, then into the stomach. So this region is called as esophagus. The lining of the esophagus is also made up of squamous epithelial cells. Inner linings of the cheek cells is also made up of squamous epithelial cells. So mainly why this is thin and flat? Why? Because mainly for the permeability, means exchange of materials and exchange of materials, mainly exchange for, it is very permeable. Permeable means it can permit the substances this side and that side. Transportation, see here, from our bodies, from outer surface of our body, sweat is released. Okay, some few people oils are released, few people sweat may not release. If you work hard, lot amount of sweat is released. So what is happening? From where it is released? If these cells are flat and thin, that time only the cells can release the different types of products from our body. Means exchange, for the transportation, it makes easy. Next, we will go into the another epithelial tissue, that is squamous epithelial tissue. If it is many layered like this, 2 to 3 layers, that time we will call it as stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Stratified squamous epithelial tissue means squamous epithelial tissue only, but if it is layered, number of layers increases, that time we are calling it as, in few places, see here, always cells are different, its functions are different. Number of cells will give rise to tissues. Okay, cells are different, their function is different based upon the place where they are present in our body. Organs are different, organ structure is different, its function is different. Now these are flat because it is used for the permeability. Okay, but it is epithelial tissue only. I will tell you about another epithelial tissue. Its structure is different. Okay, but mainly function is nearly same. Gives some mainly it is the outermost covering layer. It allows the permeability, like that only it will be, but almost its structure is different. In little bit function is also different. Okay, see here, stratified squamous epithelial tissues. So they are arranged in the layers. Next one, we will go into the another epithelial tissue, that is squamous completed, stratified squamous completed. Another one is you have cuboidal. Okay, cuboidal epithelial tissue. Cuboidal epithelial tissues are just like cubes. With the nuclei. Okay, with the nuclei and all the cell organelles. So these cuboidal epithelial tissues, what they are doing, they are giving mechanical support mainly to the they have mentioned you only two functions, that is the mechanical support to salivary glands, and it is the mainly lining. See here, they are giving support to salivary glands. Okay, means whatever tissue which is present or holding the salivary glands, there are 3 pairs of salivary glands. How many pairs, 3 pairs of salivary glands in humans. So maybe salivary glands are made up of another tissue, but who is holding this one? Who is supporting this one? Cuboidal epithelial tissue is supporting the salivary glands. So that's why they are in cube-like structures, and they are also the outer lining of ureter they gave. Okay, na? So ureter is nothing but this is just like a thin pipe which is connecting. Let's think this is the kidney. Okay, kidney, from kidney to urinary bladder. This is what, urinary bladder. This is another kidney. From here, these two are the thin tubes, okay, called as ureters. The lining of this ureter is made up of cuboidal cells. Ureters, nearly it is of 30 centimeters of size. Each single ureter is 30 centimeters. From kidney to urinary bladder, they come front. Okay, so urine, whatever the filtered, okay, after filtration the urine passes into this one and into the urinary bladder. What is this? Urinary bladder, and later excreted outside. Hope you understood what is ureter. So the outermost layer of the ureter is also made up of cuboidal cells. Third one is columnar cells. Columnar. Okay, columnar epithelium. Epithelium. See here, columnar epithelium, just like columns, they are like this. Okay, they are like this in the form of long elongated. This is like a cube, this is long elongated, which also contains the hair. See, outermost of our body contains hair, outermost layer of our body. So we can think that this is also made up of columnar epithelial cells with the nucleus. These are long elongated in few columnar. Not all the columnar epithelial cells contains the hair, only few columnar cells, few are empty like this only, without hair. Okay, without hair, there is no hair here. Okay, so these columnar epithelial cells, where they are present, they have given for you. Mainly this activity we can't do in the classroom, because these are present in the internal bodies, internal structure of our body. So we can't cut and do that. Compulsory we have to go for the permanent slides. There are some slides we get outside. Okay, in certain clinical equipments will be getting in one place, and the college and school people will be bringing that. Okay, that specimen permanent slides are prepared already, that we will observe under the microscope, and we can see this kind of structures there. Okay, so columnar cells I have given you, mainly these are present in the outermost layer, mainly this one in this area, and this nails, beneath the nails also it is made up of columnar cells itself. Okay, and see here, mostly the scales of fishes, reptiles, feathers of birds they give. You know what are scales of fishes now? This is a fish, this is a fish, let's think this is a fish head, and this is a fish, right? Whatever these are called as scales, these are called as scales of fish. So what is happening, these scales of fish is also nothing but arised from the columnar epithelial cells. Another one is in reptiles, feathers of birds also grow from feathers of birds. Birds has feathers, you know. Okay, feathers, the buru laga. Okay na. So that is also growing from the epithelial tissues itself. Reptiles, many reptiles are there. Reptiles, you know, what are the reptiles? Examples ma, reptiles, lizards, okay, snakes. Snakes are also the reptiles, and lizards, okay, lizards also, some big size of lizards, they contain some scales like this. Okay, now big scales, this is a lizard, you think big forest lizard. Okay, so they have a certain kind of thorn like scales are arised from the columnar epithelial tissue. Snakes, you know very well, snake scale, it has a scale, scaly skin, that is also arised from the columnar epithelial tissue. Okay, so this is about the epithelial tissue. It is having, it's of four types. One is squamous epithelial or stratified, another one stratified squamous epithelial, cuboidal epithelium, and columnar epithelium. These are only present in your syllabus. Okay, so next tomorrow we will go into another topic called as connective tissue. Hope you understand this. Thank you.